Hi guys, welcome back to Harry Makes Up. Today I have my October favourites and it is very, very beauty heavy. There's been lots of new things I've been trying. So I'm going to go straight in. The first thing I have, I've got a couple of different boxes here. The first thing I have is a body product and it's the Honey Touch Indian Rose and Himalayan Honey Rich and Nourishing Body Cream by Rituals. You get a massive pot of this, so I think this would last ages. It's a bit like a body butter, it's that kind of consistency, but I really, really love how rich and creamy this is. It's very perfumed, which I actually quite like because then you could effectively not wear a perfume and just have the scent of this. I really like it when I come out of the bath at night time, and I suffer from eczema on my elbows a lot, and I've actually found this doesn't aggravate it. So yeah, I find this has been really gentle and really nourishing, and it feels very indulgent, so I've loved that this month. Foundation wise, I do have a kind of new favourite, and I almost feel like I wish I'd invented this. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Makeup to Go. And this is just such a genius invention. So I'll try and do it without blinding you with the mirror, but you have like a touch piece here, which when you push, this is going to be a lot of waste here. So you'll see foundation comes out and it's a liquid in a compact, but what I love about this is it's almost like having a little kind of palette, like a little handheld makeup palette, and you get a sponge with it as well, but I actually just like using my fingers, and I find to top up throughout the day, this is such a good idea. I'm not a massive fan of kind of powder compacts or powder foundations, it's just personal preference. So to have a liquid in a compact, I just think is genius. And yeah, I've been able to kind of put that in my handbag and then do my makeup in a taxi on the way to work. And it's just really easy. And again, if you had to use the tube or the train, it's a really easy, convenient way to do your makeup. So skincare wise this month, there's been a product that I've been loving using in my pro kit, and that is the Skyn Iceland Pore Minimiser. And again, I guess you could use this as kind of like after your moisturiser. I would tend to use this kind of, I almost use it like a primer basically. So I've been using it in my kit for anyone with kind of enlarged pores or any kind of oily outbreaks in the T-zone. And what I love about this is it's silicone free. So I think you probably would agree with me. There's many silicone based kind of primers on the market that can be quite clogging, quite heavy. This feels light as a feather. All the Skyn Iceland products are cruelty free, I think, as well, which is really good. And it's kind of specially formulated for sensitive skin. So it's a win-win product. It suits lots of people, and I've really enjoyed using this in my pro kit this month. So there's been a lot of new products that I've been trying this month that have definitely made it into my pro kit, and one of them is from Becca, and I really like the new packaging of this product. This is called the Lowlight Highlight Perfecting Palette Pressed. And for me, I think when it comes to contour colours, the Kevin Aucoin, I think it's called the Medium Sculpt Powder or something like that, has been kind of my go-to perfect contour colour. But this from Becca is a very similar colour. It has that kind of natural colour of a shadow, and what I kind of like to use for a contour if I'm using a contouring product. But also the highlight in it is gorgeous. So if you really like Becca Champagne Pop, I think that you'll really like this highlighter as well. And I think it's quite rare to get a contour and a highlight that are both equally as good as each other. So I've been loving that in my kit. So next brand is Kiko, and I have two of these amazing, they're kind of like their crease proof eyeshadow sticks, but these are called Moon Shadow, and it says that they're water infused. Now I wanted to show you guys these because for anyone who loves colour or really intense pigment, these are just beautiful to use, and I've tried them on myself. I'm going to show you the blue colour because the blue is just amazing. So that's the blue. You can see how gorgeous and reflective it is. It's like a really expensive looking shimmer. They really remind me of kind of the Chanel Illusion d'Ombres in a stick. And they feel cooling as they go on, which is really nice. They blend beautifully. Really easy to use. And I think what's really nice about these is I think it was only 4 colours in the this particular collection they did. I just feel like they're really easy to use and they feel like a really high-end product. So I've been a fan of Kiko for a long time, but if you haven't tried these, definitely get down to Kiko just in case they're a limited edition thing, I'm not sure. But these are amazing. Now H&M has kind of been on a lot of the beauty forums recently, beauty blogs and YouTube channels, and I can see why. I've done a blog post myself and I think generally most of what I've tried has been really impressive. So I went back again the other day and I picked up some more things that I hadn't tried, and I got some of the eyeshadows. And I do agree with a lot of other beauty bloggers that the eyeshadows that come in the single palettes are a lot better than the big palettes. I do like the big palettes, however. I just find the quality of these is slightly more impressive. The two colours that I've been using a lot, and I've got a little bit of this one in my crease, is Gingerbread, which is a really nice matte. And then I have Robusta, and they're just called High Impact Eye Colour. But again, the quality of these, I think they were $4.99 per eyeshadow. The quality is so impressive. And they make really nice presents as well. I think they look, you know, the packaging's really nice, it's really chic. And then the other product I have from H&M, which I'm loving, and I feel like I've been looking a long time for this particular colour. It's one of their powder blushes, and it's called Cameo Pink Pure Radiance Powder Blusher. Now, when it says Radiance, there's definitely no kind of shimmer in there. It's one of those colours that almost looks a bit nothingy. So, for example, if like today I've got a kind of plummy lip on, I don't want anything too overpowering on my cheek. Or if I'm wearing a really intense pigment lipstick and I just want to give a little bit of shape and definition, sometimes these kind of blushes really come in handy, because they can just give you a little bit of shape without it kind of being all about the blusher. And I think it's one of those colours you would look at in the pan and not really think to pick up, but it's a really useful shade to have in your makeup collection. So I'm loving that. Again, I'm wearing it today. You can probably see it a little bit. Just gives a little bit of shape, but I feel it kind of goes with every colour makeup. So really, really love that. I went to Selfridges recently, and one thing I was very, very excited to see was a NYX stand. I had heard through the beauty grapevine that NYX were coming to the UK. When I asked the girl in Selfridges, she says they're staying till January, and then it will be to be decided how long they stay, if longer. But someone has also told me on boots.com they found NYX cosmetics, so you can always try there online if obviously you don't live in London. And I thought I'd show you the products I picked up, and out of what I picked up I have loved. The first thing is the NYX, the brow pencil, and this is, I think they're called Micro Brow Pencil, and I bought it in ash brown. It is pretty much the same as Anastasia Brow Wiz. When Soap and Glory, I think it was, did the kind of budget version of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, their brow pencil was great. It was pretty much the same packaging with different writing. However, there was only 2 colours. And the 2 colours they had, if they suited you, you were in luck. But if you didn't, they were a little bit on the warmer side, especially the darker one. Now this for me, I'm wearing this today, and I just think this is like the perfect colour, and I think this was £7, so it's probably even cheaper in the US. But I will definitely be picking up more of these, as I feel like it's very, very similar, if not the same shade as my Medium Ash by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I do love as well, but this is a cheaper option, so I'm really pleased I found that. The other thing from NYX, you're going to see a bit of a theme now, reoccurring theme of berry lips. But I did pick up some of the soft cream matte lips, and obviously I had to get a really nice dark berry shade. This one is called Copenhagen C20. It's beautiful. My mum picked this up as well. It looked great on her, and she has a much more olive skin tone than me, and I'm quite pale at the minute, so I think it works well on both. But yeah, I think, again, these were like £5. They're really affordable. I can see why NYX does so well in the States, and I'm really excited to have it here. I'm excited to kind of keep going back and having a play. Generally, I would say kind of brows and lips is where they're best at, so, and especially for how affordable they are. And yeah, this is just like a kind of matte liquid lipstick. So keeping with the berry theme, guys, I have 2 other berry lipstick favourites, which throughout October, I've really got back into berry lips, and I like the quickness of just being able to have a statement lip. So they're all quite different as well. So the NYX one, like I said, is very powdery matte, very dry, and it has that kind of powdery finish, which I really like. And that's a little bit darker, but for something like what I've got on today actually is this by Nars, and it is called Damned. So I have a blog post coming out on kind of my favourite colours to buy of the velvet lip pencils. And what I like about this is it is matte, but it's not drying. It has more of a creamy finish, and it's not too powdery. So it's quite a modern matte formula. But I do like, obviously, that with this one, it's kind of like a pencil, so you can do your lip line. It's quite easy to create a nice deep lip shape, and quite a perfect lip shape as well. So I've been loving that, and that's the one I'm wearing today. And then last but not least, for the berry category, is one of the new Rimmel lipsticks, and these are called the Only One lipstick. They're kind of long wearing, intense colour. I wouldn't say these are matte. You can blot them down with a tissue and they look amazing still, especially if you want more of a kind of stain finish within your lipstick. But this one is 800 Under My Spell, and I really, really like this. I find it's kind of like a really nice, like I said, it always has a slight bit more of a sheen to it, but I think it would wear down to more of a matte finish. just really intense pigment, and that's quite a pinky berry, so that's really nice for like a daytime, or if you're going out and you want something a bit more glamorous with a bit more sheen, this is also really lovely. But yeah, I've worn this quite a lot actually. There's a picture on my Facebook page where I'm out with my mum, and I was wearing this, and I just really love it. I think it's really face brightening, it's really easy to wear, and it felt comfortable on the lips actually as well. It was really moisturising, so I was really, really impressed with that. And there's two more products to show you which have been in my October favourites. The first one was a gift, and I love getting people Jo Malone gifts to give to other people, but I've never had like a Jo Malone candle given to me. So this is really special. I got given the Peony and Suede blush candle, which is one of my favourite Jo Malone scents, recently as a present, and I so love the smell. It's so like grown-up floral, but not too sweet and not too girly. But whenever I wear the perfume of this, I always get someone to ask me what perfume I'm wearing. But the candle, not only does it burn really slowly, which is nice, so even though they're more of a kind of luxury candle, you definitely get a lot of burning time with these. And the smell literally fills my whole house. I've brought expensive candles before and been quite disappointed that the fragrance smells lovely when they're not lit, sorry, but then as soon as you light them, you can't really smell anything. Whereas this, it is like perfume for your house. It's so beautiful. I love that you have your little silver Jo Malone lid as well. And yeah, it feels very special to have a Jo Malone candle, and that definitely has been a favourite this month. I think I've lit that pretty much every day. So the last one is a very special one that only came through the post the other day because there was a delay with Amazon, and I imagine that's because so many people wanted this book. It is, of course, the Lisa Eldridge FacePaint book, which I'm so happy to finally have my hands on. I had ordered it from way back. It's a beautiful book. I think it would be beautiful for coffee table. I love all the kind of features of her products. It's beautiful. I mean, the photos are stunning, but look how gorgeous that is, all the inlay of like her collection of vintage products. So yeah, I think Lisa's done an amazing job. I think she's definitely an inspiration of mine. I think she's an amazing makeup artist, and I'm really excited to see her book, and it is everything I wanted and more. Like she said, it's not a how-to book, it's more looking throughout history, and just looking at kind of the importance of makeup and the politics behind makeup. So it's a really interesting book, probably even for someone who, you know, perhaps has an art background or who doesn't necessarily, makeup's not their main interest, but also makeup lovers will really enjoy reading this book, and it's really informative. So that is my bedside reading at the minute with my little Jo Malone candle, and yeah, I like to kind of delve in and then pick it up, put it back down, and just kind of read what I want to read, rather than, she says, you don't always have to read it in the order it's written. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that, and if you haven't read this, definitely check this out. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, and well done, Lisa. I think it's really lovely. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for my October favourites. I think that's everything. Let me know in the comments below what your favourites were for the month of October. I can't believe it's October. That means it's November now. That's really scary. And make sure you subscribe as well, and do go check out the new website. Like I said, the new website is so much more interactive than the old one. You can sign up for the mailing list as well. I'm going to kind of put some nice little newsletters together with secret tips. And yeah, I think there's a lot more to look at, a bit more of a magazine-like layout. So I hope you guys like that. Love to hear your feedback on that. And I look forward to seeing you soon with more videos. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.